Hi, my name is Yulia, and I will be interviewed by Dr. Gloria Kay. Hi, Gloria.
Hello, Yulia. I'm so happy to be doing this with you. Tell me, what will we be talking about today?
We'll be talking about ever present question of humanity. Does God exist?
Does God exist? That's quite a topic. Well, how would you like to begin to approach that?
Well, how I think about it, that it doesn't really matter if God exists or not if you don't experience God. Like, why would it matter?
Oh. And how does one experience God?
We all have, I believe, in our lifetime an experience that is kind of was out of ordinary, right? So that where we experience either like a hand of grace helped us out, where we didn't know how to get out of this situation, or something helped us unstuck, or many people have drug overdoses and they wake up still alive, and they like, what happened? I should have been dead, and something pulled me through this, and I don't know what it is.
I see. So it doesn't have to do with intuition, it doesn't have to do with tuning into God. God is just present. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, exactly. And we are, always have the signs of God presence, or whatever you call it, higher power, people call it love, people call it universe. It doesn't matter what it is. It is, the truth is, we are always connected to presence of love, and that love is what pulls us through, to grow as an evolutionary impulse of universe, of God and God's energy animated through everybody, and then we are part of that field.
Here's a real hard question. Tell me about war. And how does war fit into this concept of God? Does God approve of war? Does God approve of untimely deaths and violence? If you could comment on that.
Sure. Basically, everything is a reflection of consciousness. So it so happened that humanity have not been able to work with the violent emotions and learn how to embrace the animal nature, where they can be integrated in a healthy way. Like, for instance, if you take, I'm taking it totally outside the box, but if you compare our consciousness to extraterrestrial societies, they have the same programming, but they learn how to express the violence in a healthy way, where they have competitive sports, and where actually it is allowed one person to be killed, and but it's in a very content way. So then if you want to
Excuse me,
express
when you mean content,
contained way, because then if you want to experience death, or you want to experience violence, and those are actually people who are heroes in their societies, because they embody the immortality, and those who are willing to die actually become heroes because they're willing to go through that experience.
I think we need to talk about these extraterrestrial beings. Not all of the listeners are familiar with that concept. Do you just want to talk about that for a moment?
Sure, that'll be kind of the whole other topic, but I want to keep it a little bit on track. Or extraterrestrials, I'm talking about like Pleiadians or Elohim, where they, embody very high level of consciousness, and they learned how to integrate all those animalistic energies
I see.
inside of them, but in a very effective and non-destructive way. So humanity has a long way to go how to transform all those energies of animal nature, of hatred and war and violence, and like I find out the best way to move all those animal energies is through sports, dance, any expression, any expressive arts, because it's not like we can suppress it. It's more like integrating it and transforming it into something useful and productive. So back to your question, does God approve of it? You see, God feel this so unconditional that God even allows darkness to exist in the universe. But it's up to us to choose either darkness or love. So we have a free will, and God, there's no judgment from God what we choose. God is just like this omnipresent of love, and it even allows us to go off track. It allows us to kill ourselves unless we ask for help. So it's really also our own choices that nobody's out there with stick and tells us what to do. But though, even if we choose the darkness, God's grace is always present. So then sometimes, if there is a little crack, even when we're in the midst of the darkness, God's grace reaches out and saves us. And that's what the experiences that I'm talking about, that probably everyone watching this had one or two experiences in their lifetime where they got saved by something outside of themselves.
So that was the evidence. Well, thank you so very, very much.